Today I want to cover builder's mentality. It consists of the four pillars, which is recruiter's mentality, fast start mentality, media mentality, and teamwork mentality. In the playbook, you'll see the breakdown on those pillars to help you build a massive organization. Now, being a producer is a mindset and a decision that requires effort. Being a builder is a mindset and a decision that requires effort. One demands patience and delayed gratification, the other doesn't. I'm going to cover three areas in the builder's mentality. Number one, building is a state of mind. The builders understand the importance of quantity for quality. You're not going to be selective because you know when you recruit volume, you're going to get all types of people. A prospect is a recruit until proven differently. The builders understand that mindset. No matter what you do, you're simply focusing on the front end because you know in the front end, as you recruit, you're going to go build, you're going to produce, you're going to duplicate, you're going to multiply. Building is an all-the-time thing. It's a mindset. Number two, the builders understand the importance of aiming for a recruit and missing with a sale. Everything else will come. The training will come, the personal development will come, the associate count will grow, the development of the agent will increase, the sales will increase. Everything ends with internal consumption. But the builders understand the high volume in the front end will in turn give you so much on the back end. The producing mindset is simply now. Where the builder understands delayed gratification, and that sooner or later the army gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Before you know it, you have hundreds of agents in your organization. You have thousands of sales taking place on a monthly basis. That's the builder's mentality. They shoot for a recruit and miss with a sale. And number three, builders understand the importance of environment, putting people in the right environment so they can grow in many areas. The first area is their identity. There's events that take place on a regular basis, not only the BOMs, the business opportunity meetings, and the trainings that take place weekly, but you have trainers for the marketing directors. You have monthly fast start schools. You have leadership retreats. You have masterminds. You have couples events. You have a number of events that help grow the identity of a person and the business. Now, remember this, never forget this, you'll never out-earn your identity. So the most important of a builder is the builder rallies as many people as possible to the next event, to the next meeting, to the next big event, the next convention. You cannot beat the builder because the biggest army always wins. The builder understands the importance of putting anyone that doesn't come from this background, it doesn't matter the background, but putting them in an environment to have them grow and grow their identity. And if you do that over time, the compounding effect is you building independent leaders, you being a king and queen maker, not necessarily being the king and queen of your team. So number one is environment. The second part of the environment is going to challenge them to grow. And the third part is going to challenge them to compete. Let's talk a little bit about personal growth. Part of the environment is going to challenge you to grow in every area. It's going to put you in a position to lead your team. Maybe speak up for the first time. Maybe train for the first time. And you're not used to doing that. But the moment you do that, you have a breakthrough and, kind of like going to the gym and you're tearing up those muscles to rebuild strength and rebuild your body. And it's happening. That's kind of what you do in the office over and over again as you show up. And the environment forces you to grow. There's so many leaders in the company that I've seen develop from new agents to senior brokers to leaders in the company because of the environment. That's the second part. The third part, the environment is going to challenge you to compete. Remember when you competed in high school, in college, in junior high, you competed at any local sport, maybe academically, but you competed at a certain period of your life, you were competing at a high level. And then you stopped competing. Maybe you got that job that was just very easy. There was no challenging for you to grow. There was no competition. You stayed steady at a certain income. In this environment here, builders understand the importance of putting agents, whether you're competing in March Madness, you're competing in internal competition in your offices, you're competing to be the top guest count at the office, the top producer in the office, the person that has the biggest associate count in the office, the person that has the biggest team coming to meetings on a regular basis. There's always something to compete about. Builders understand the importance of putting people in a position to compete, and that's the builder's mentality. There's a difference between a producer and a builder, as I mentioned to you earlier. One requires patience and delayed gratification, and the other one doesn't. But long term, you cannot compete with a builder. The builder has an army of agents that are all producing, helping out families. They're going to compound their growth while the producer's not. Everyone can start as a producer, as I did in my career, but if you implement these points on being a builder and you're patient and you have delayed gratification, pretty soon you may be one of the biggest builders in PHP Agency.